Annyeonghaseyo, hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for Two, and this is a review of A Werewolf Boy. And this one I've actually been excited to do. I don't know why I didn't do it for so long. I actually saw it in theaters here in Korea without subtitles, I guess like 2 months ago or 3 months ago, and I obviously loved it, but then I wanted to wait until it came up so I could watch it with subtitles before I reviewed it, just to make sure like I got everything. I think I did. I think I got most of it. I mean, I obviously knew like the story before I even I had no problem. But it's a great movie. So I really, really liked this movie, and I'm so happy that DramaCrazy.net ended up getting it and subbing it. So very, very happy. So I guess I'll tell you the characters first. So we have Park Bo Young plays Sun-yi, Yoo Yeon-suk plays Ji-tae, and Sung Joong-ki plays Chul-soo. And then the mom is actually in level 7 civil servant right now, and there's a younger sister that's really cute in it too. So I guess the plot of the story is that you have this family that is recently lost a father, and the daughter is a bit sickly, and they're just moving to this country house. It's pretty gigantic house by Korean standards. Multiple rooms and tons of things that you don't usually see in Korea. It's in the countryside, and it's owned by the father's business partner and the very obnoxious son. And then the guy who used to live there was raising wolves and trying to sort of take human wolves and make a hybrid. So it's an interesting take right now off of this werewolf theme that's been going on for a long time. What I like about this one is even though it's like a supernatural werewolf sort of story, it's not about him being a werewolf basically at all. That's not really the story of it. It's about how people need other people to become human, and I think that's becoming a person is really it's hard for all of us. So it's not just about him being a werewolf, it's about him being a person, and I think that's really why this movie was so good and so well received. And actually before I had seen the movie, my kids were telling me about it, and then when I asked them what did they want to be when they grow up, they all said human. And I was laughing. I was like, why? They're like, we've seen Wolf Boy and he wants to be human. And I was like, I didn't really understand it until I saw it. And then I was like, it's such an interesting message for kids to take away from that movie. But sidetrack, sorry guys. So obviously the reason I wanted to see this, the reason why the entire Korea wanted to see this, and also I think it played in the States, was Sung Joong-ki was in it, whom we love from everything from Sung Kung Kwan Sandal. He's a nice guy. He's gorgeous from every Lotteria ad that you see in Korea. Lotteria is like a fast food brand chain here, and he's the face of it. So obviously we were hooked from the beginning. So the story, yes, love triangle, it's allegedly there, but not really. The guy who owns the house, the young brat, is in his mind he's gonna marry her, and he can do whatever he wants till then, and it's just destiny for them. Not destiny, because clearly he's not romantic. It's just a fact. And he sees her as this plaything or whatever. But obviously Sung Joong-ki is adorable, and she trains him to be a person and to be in civilized society, right? But also along the way he just becomes so attached to her, and there's that attachment that she's this mother figure, but he also kind of loves her, and you see that, and just the way he everything that she does, he always thinking of her. But it's that problem where when you are only raw emotion and there isn't that much thinking involved with it, you're just raw emotion, it gets him into trouble and ends up being this super dramatic story. And misunderstandings. So yeah, there's tons of misunderstandings, and I think it's mostly with the fact that he was raised, without human love, basically, and just outside of this. Not that I think it's civilization, because you can see that the civilized Ji-tae is not really civilized at all. He's totally barbaric. But it's the idea that when you're raised away from people, you don't always have that sense of thinking before you act. So that's sort of the problem I think there. And when I don't know, just it's hard to explain. You need to see the movie, because I think it's much deeper than this movie really a lot of people gave it credit for. So bad guy turned good. I mean, he's kind of not that he's a bad guy. He's not really a guy in the beginning. He's sort of just still very animalistic, and he becomes, it's like a Tarzan story or the Jungle Book or something. But he becomes really civilized, and ironically he's the most caring person there, and yet he's the one that gets in all the trouble. Fashion, so it takes place in the 70s, so fashion not really notable. There is a funny moment where they dress him up in like a hanbok and put makeup on him and have fun. Music, she plays this really pretty song on the guitar. That's basically all that you really hear. And the guitar becomes like a very important plot, like holds the plot together at the end of the climax of the movie. Kiss, no, definitely not a kiss in there. But piggyback, yes, there is a piggyback. She basically, I think she has like asthma or something with her lungs, and she faints, and he like tries to take her somewhere. Has her on his back. That's sort of where the problems begin. That's really sad about this all. And then, yeah, I mean, I would say my rating of this movie, I would give this like a 9.5. I think it's great. Like, I think the end is very romantic and nostalgic, but not in an obvious sort of way. You know, it's sad. It has suspense. I think it's really beautiful. There's funny moments. You know, basically anytime he's on screen, he's adorable. So I think this movie is a must-watch if you like Korean dramas, if you like Joongki, which most people who have ever seen him do. And I think that the lead, was really good in this. And even though I haven't seen her in a lot of things, I think, like, she made you, because she was so cold in the beginning, and you see that change in her that he brought, it's something about it is just very romantic, and it's that feeling of first love, and I don't know, I understand why this is such a popular movie. So you need to watch it. It's on dramacrazy.net, and I loved it. So, really good movie. Okay, talk to you later. Bye, guys.